Well, I have a break in the clouds, maybe a couple of hours of dry weather. Have a look at this beautiful piece of ground. I love it here. I found silver coins, medieval tokens, found all sorts of things here so far. So let's get on it and see what we get. Do a 10-hole dig. There's only a couple of fields I can do. The grass is getting too long in a lot of these places, so I think hopefully that one up there might be able to get on. Maybe one over to the right. Don't want to disturb the sheep too much. Yeah, let's have a look what we can do. See you in a bit. Well, this top field, which I came up to, there's a lower field which is full of targets. I've had loads of good things down there. This top field is very quiet, but yeah. First target is an 82, 83 on my very dirty Deus 2 screen. 83, 82 that way too. Yeah, sounds a bit not so good. It's got some depth to it, so we're keeping our fingers crossed that it's not just a deep crusty bit of iron. It's a shape. Ooh. Okay, do I see something, or is that just a stone? Or pretty sure that's it. The question is, what is it? It's a bullet. So first find is a squished lead bullet. Okay, I don't mind that. Hole number 1. Cool. Moving on. Target number 2 is a squeaky 70s, 76, 78. 75, 74. It's got some depth to it, but I don't normally like the 70s. But occasionally it can be a old British coin. Oh, we're out already. My guess is it can't be very big, whatever it is. It could be just a piece of aluminium, but we will endeavour to find out. Something down there, so it's very close to the surface, which here is probably not a good sign on this top field, because I don't think this gets really ploughed. Don't see anything. Oh, I do. There you go, a little piece of aluminium. Yeah, thought it might be like an ear tag for a sheep, or one of the animals anyway. Anyway, number 2 is just an ID tag off something. Okay, moving on. Target number 3. 80s, 81, 82. It doesn't have a very nice sound to it, so I'm not going to hold out any hopes for this one. Let's have a look. Are we? Oh, am I off it slightly? No. It's in there somewhere. Let's get down to business. That is it. I moved it, it seems. Let's have a look with the pinpointer. Oh, I can see it. It's in the sidewall. It is. Oh, I'm actually quite happy with that. That's a bullet. 2-ring, beautiful 2-ring bullet. Okay. It's in lovely condition. Look at that. I don't know if that's, maybe it's been fired. Yeah, it's got some marks on it, so I think it's been fired, but it's beautiful. Okay. I like that. Number 3. Moving on. Number 4. The very party 62, 63. Nice compact target. Let's hope I dig the hole right this time. That last lead bullet, I just scraped it, but just slow down. Right, let's have a look what we have, shall we? Oh, not good. Is it? Oh, it's right on the surface. Right in the middle of the plug though. That side of it was good. But okay, let's have a look from this side of things. Is that an imprint of something? Ooh. Button, I guess. Some description. Yeah, well, no, even worse. Like a top ring or something like that. Okay. Well, something a little bit different for number 4. Moving on. Just popped over onto Deep HC on the Deus 2 to see if it fires up anything different on this field, because it's very quiet here. Not very good numbers, that's a 40s. So my guess is that's going to be a piece of aluminium, but could potentially be a button in that range also. And I've lost it unless it's stuck on my there somewhere. Perhaps it's right on the surface here. Okay, let's have a look then. That's not boding well if it's sat on the surface like that. Okay, let's have a look. break this up a bit. Such a small target, it seems. I just don't see anything in my hand. It's occasionally giving me a signal, but unless it's don't know what's going on with that. Perhaps it's playing up my perhaps my pinpoint is not working properly. Oh, there's something. Okay, finally. Target number 5 is, well, what is it? Is the question. Well, it's not a piece of aluminium, I don't think. It's kind of interesting. It's broken. Perhaps it's a piece of a buckle. Could be a tiny piece of a buckle. Sorry it took me so long to find that. Okay, number 5. Moving on. Number 6. The total overload 86. It's more than likely. It's on this like bit of a path that the animals have created. The farmer doesn't reckon that it is actually a footpath. He reckons it's just an animal path, but you know, you can never be sure. I don't see anything obvious. Okay, let's get in there with the pinpointer. It sounds like a massive aluminium can, but I would have thought that would have been already obvious. Oh, whatever it is, yeah, piece of aluminium. Okay, moving on. Number 7 is 7475. So this is deep HC. I've upped the sensitivity a little bit. My favorite is actually sensitive FT, but I don't mind mixing it up sometimes. You know, sometimes a change in technique can bring different results, but not so far. Oh, we're out. Is it that I'm seeing lying on the surface here? Yeah, it is. It's a shotgun cartridge. End. Okay. Number 7 is something round that was in the ground. It's not as good as a pound. Moving on. Number 8 is no signal. Well, that's insensitive FT. I've upped sensitivity to 98. And then if you come over to deep HC, also set a little bit higher on the sensitivity. get a nice strong signal, but the numbers are not good. They're 24, 24, 25. So that's really interesting for me that the Deep HC has picked up a target that the sensitive FT has totally failed at. Sometimes it's the other way around, you know, no matter what settings you have things in, it's not that deep. So really, such a strong signal with Deep HC. I'm surprised that the sensitive didn't get anything, but we'll have a look. Perhaps it's nothing interesting, or it's this. I wonder. Yeah, okay, so sensitive FT was discarding this. This is a hot rock, what we call a hot rock, so it's a metallic rock. So Deep HC got it, gave a decent signal, although the numbers weren't good, but the sensitive FT rejected this. That's really interesting. Okay, number 8, moving on. Number 9, right next to this big feather, an 81. Doesn't sound particularly deep. Let's have a look. What does that mean? It's deeper down than it first seemed. Oh, there's something right there. Now, is that going to be something interesting? Because so far it's not really been that interesting, although the lead bullets are always nice to find. Well, that's surely an interesting looking item. Yeah, I got a horrible feeling that that's a bullet, but I think somebody's tried to make something out of that. I can't imagine that that has hit something and then squished it out into this shape. Not sure about it. Cool, anyway, whatever it is. But I think that's probably a lead bullet of some kind. Just don't really understand the shape of it. Anyway, moving on, one more target. And final target. The 77. Doesn't sound 7980 that way, but it sounds a bit weird there. Okay. Let's have a look what we have. Is it going to be a lead bullet maybe? That's a bit worrying. It's very close to the surface, it seems. that it? Yeah. Okay. So it is another bullet, which is interesting. And this one is also a squished bullet, but you kind of expect to see them over like that. But that one, which I think is also a bullet, is, I've never seen one spread out so far like that. Cool. Kinda. Yeah. Wonder what happened here. Moving on. No real wrap up with this one, unfortunately. Didn't find anything really interesting. A piece of what I think might be a buckle. It's machine made, it's not particularly old, and a different array of bullets. I've never seen one looking like that it's so smashed like that. Can it be an accident? I don't know. These bullets, they're cool to find, I have to say. Big old lumps of lead. Shows that the history has been there. There is a battlefield near to where I'm detecting, but I still haven't found it. I'm hoping to get some permissions closer to it and work out where it is or was. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you on the next one.